Hello everyone, this is Sam. For today's video, we're gonna be going over the new pets that are available with the Path of Fire expansion, as well as how to acquire them and what they can do. Without further ado, let's start hunting for our new friends. The first one you're going to be wanting to get is the Juveniles Lion. It is located slightly outside north of the unknown city, as you can see on the map right now. If you go to the same pyramid that I am, it is slightly in front of you. So this is the Juveniles Lion. As far as its abilities can go, it is a pet of the feline family. I will equip one to show you what it can do. It has a blind on the F2 ability on a 35-second cooldown, which is why mine is called Backup Sandstorm. When you look at the other abilities, it is the classic one of the feline family. If you merge with it, it is also the same ones as the feline family. While the blind ability is very useful, it is not qualified to be a meta pet in my opinion, as the damage is trumped by the tiger. That is the first pet, the Sand Lion. Now we're gonna be going into the next map, which is the Desert Highlands, in order to get ourselves the Bugga. In order to get to the waypoint that I just went to, the high jump ranch waypoint, you're going to be needing to have a raptor mount with at least mastery level 3. The reason behind that is that you need to use the extended leap ability in order to cross the rift here. The Bugga that we're looking for is located just downstream of the river that starts from the waypoint. Let's go. In order to get the Bugga, the easiest way to proceed is just to go for this small hill that you can see over here and then simply jump over to the platform on which they are located. The Bugga that we're looking for is just right here. Once you have grabbed it, you will want to leave this place as fast as possible because the mobs are going to be attacking you. As far as the Bugga goes, it is in my opinion a pretty fun pet. Its F2 ability is basically a 1.2k range pull that also immobilizes the target. Think about an improved scorpion wire from a thief. When you look at the other skills of the pet, these are specific. It has a bite that deals physical damage, which is increased per condition on the foe, and 2 skills that apply conditions, mainly confusion and torment. In my opinion, this pet is not going to be meta for the PvE instance content such as raids or fractals. The reason behind that is that while it has the application of 2 conditions, this is the only way to apply them on a conditioned Soulbeast. That means that you would not be able to maintain them properly throughout the fight, which would make them lackluster. As such, the Bugga would probably be a fun pet for counterplay in PvP, or for very specific situations where you would need a pull. In my opinion, it is still a very decent pet, and well, the looks are extremely polished on it. Now we are simply going to be going into the next map, which is the Elon Riverlands. The next pet we are going for does not require any specific mastery, however it might be a tad hard to grab if you do not know where to go. It is quite simple, but located inside a cavern guarded by a lot of mobs that have a pretty huge aggro range. As such, you will also want to just go in, grab the pet and go out. Once you start going inside this cavern, do not dismount. There are a lot of pirates and you do not want to fight them as their numbers keep growing. The cheetah you are looking for is located right at the end of the cavern in this small watery part. You can just grab the cheetah and waypoint out of this zone before the enemies attack you. Now, as far as the cheetah goes, it is also a pretty fun pet in my opinion. It has a specific F2 ability that allows it to grant swiftness to the allies as well as deal a fairly decent amount of damage. However, this is still not as good as the tiger in my opinion. The other abilities that it has are the ones shared by the feline family, which means that it is pretty decent as a DPS pet anyways. The other abilities you're going to be getting are the ones of the feline family for the first two, and for the last one you are getting an AoE pool. While it might not seem very strong due to the small radius of only 300, it is still a pretty decent CC skill that you can use to do brave bar damage. All in all, the cheetah is not gonna be the pet that you're gonna be using every day, but can still be used for some fun plays ever so often. Also, it looks fucking amazing. For the next pet we're gonna be going into Desolation. The problem with that pet is that it also requires you to have a specific mount mastery. Indeed, you're going to be needing to have the Springer at least at mastery level 3. We're going to be going from the Joko's domain waypoint, and simply put, the pet that we want to get is right above it. So we're going to swap over to the Springer and quickly mount it. Here there is going to be a small ledge that you can jump onto in order to do the second jump that will take you to the plateau. On this plateau you can quickly find a Juvenile Rock Gazelle. Now the Juvenile Rock Gazelle is the pet that has me left with mixed feelings. It is currently amazing, but definitely going to be nerfed anytime soon. The reason behind that is that its F2 ability allows it to CC, and then if you look at the other abilities, there is this one, Charge, which is just simply too strong. The Charge does 4k damage, and for a comparison type, Meteor Shower hit is at 1.5k unbuffed, if I am not mistaken. This ability also has a second point which makes it very fun. It is that it can hit multiple times. When I say that it is bugged and be nerfed, this is what I am thinking about. While you are playing in PvP with this pet, you can see a random 50k hit pop and bring someone directly from full health to cleave to death in a second. This is how strong this ability currently is and why I think that it is gonna get nerfed. As far as the rest goes, the Gazelle has very high damaging abilities, as you can see over here. In my opinion, it is a very strong pet, whether you're going to be doing PvE or PvP alike. It has access to a decent amount of CC, which while it may not make it as good as the Electric Wyvern, still make it decent enough for regular plays. Once you meld with the pet, you are going to be getting its charge yourself. It is not going to be as broken as the one that the pet can do, but can still take you some pretty good distances, which also makes this pet very good for open world plays. Now, the other attacks that you get with it are pretty solid damage-wise as well. In my opinion, the Gazelle is definitely one of the pets to look the most forward to in the Path of Fire expansion. The last pet we're going to be getting is the Jacaranda. The Jacaranda is also one of the pets that has me truly baffled at how well it has been made for counter plays in PvP. Without further ado, let's head over to the domain of Vabi. The Jacaranda we want is located right next to the Necropolis, so we're going to take that waypoint. Once again, it would be one of these situations where what you will want to do is simply to grab the pet and waypoint out as soon as possible. The reason behind that is that Jacaranda have a huge aggro range and a lot of them are located in this place. Here you can see already a group of Jacarandas and the juvenile ones are just behind. Once you have grabbed one of them, you will just want to exit this place as fast as possible before getting in combat. Obviously, I have failed at this most basic thing. Now we can have a look at our own Jacaranda. I'm going to be swapping the Gazelle out for it. The Jacaranda is, in my opinion, one of the pets that has the best design so far in Path of Fire because its skills are simply too good. The classic F2 abilities allows you to fire a missile that will root an enemy, which is to say inflict immobilize for a decent time. Now the other skills are what truly amaze me. The cold lightning skill is simply amazing. Every 10 seconds your pet is probably, because this is not something you can choose to do, gonna cast an ability that hits 5 times for 5.1k. The ability right here is extremely strong because, as I can remind, the unbuffed Meteor Shower projectiles are only 1.6k. This ability is super good for that very reason. It has a radius of 180, which means that the area it hits is rather small, however the damage is still there. If you're playing against a stationary enemy, this is stupidly strong. The last ability that it has allows itself to heal and remove conditions. While this does not have much interest for you as a player, it is still relatively useful to have a pet that doesn't die immediately when playing PvP or World vs. World. Once you meld with the pet, you also get access to the Cold Lightning ability, however slightly nerfed, as it only hits for 2.1k and thus every 15 seconds. It is still very strong as you can choose where you want to cast it, which makes it particularly interesting in the case of prey casts. Now the other two abilities are mostly designed with PvP as the mindset or World vs. World. You can use the Photosynthesize on yourself and heal for 2.6k as well as a prior regeneration. However, the best one is definitely Spiritual Reprieve, a heal of 4.3k as well as resistance on yourself, which of course can be doubled by using the Moa stance. This is simply amazing, and I think that this pet is gonna be seeing a lot of plays in PvP and World vs. World alike. That does it for this video over the new Soulbeast pets that are available in GW2 Path of Fire. I have been having a lot of fun figuring out where to get them as well as playing with them so far. And I'm definitely gonna be making some more videos in PvP and World vs. World in order to show what I think is gonna be the next fun builds to play. Now, this means that the video is over. If you have liked it, I hope that you will subscribe, leave a comment and a like under the video. If you have any further questions, you can go ahead in the comment section or contact me on our Discord. The link is in the description. If you want to support this channel, we have a Patreon and also we are partnered with Jacaranda. That means that you can grab other copies of GW2 Path of Fire or simply recommend it to your friend and help the channel with that. Now, I wish every single one of you a happy day playing GW2 Path of Fire and to have fun.